This is my passion. This is what I love to do. But some days, sometimes, I'm just like you, man. I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. I'm just like you. Damn, I hate this job. Man, I hate this job. Man, I hate my job.
From a good dream I wake, sun rays on my face, planning out my day, hoping this ain't the one that I catch a case. I feel so good, I feel so straight. My manager keep calling me saying, hurry up, you late. Hurry up, you lay off. Y'all, man, I hate this job. Man, I hate this job. Been trying to play it cool, but it's hard to play it off. I've been hanging on to this bullshit, cause my car still ain't paid off. I know I'm on my way up, my boy just got laid off, so f y'all, man, I hate this job. Man, I hate this job. These hoes here so ratchet, these niggas here so sneaky. Y'all don't even really pay enough for y'all to only pay bi-weekly. I'm trying to double up my cash, take this job, shove it up your ass. Yo, man, I hate this job. Sometimes I wanna say, walk in and slap my boss. This shit is getting hard. Damn, I hate this job. Gotta make it out of this struggle, bruh. And I don't really mean to take it out on you. You just a customer, but damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. We're the reason why your stockholders always stay afloat. Yet I'm asking, are they hiring? Like everywhere I go, schedule will say 9, but I think it's fine if I clock in at 9:04. I work 40 hours a week plus overtime just to be bro. So f y'all, man, I hate this job. Hate that I applied. So much has transpired since the day that I was high. Told me I could advance, but you were telling me lies. Gotta give your notice before I quit, but you don't say shit right before I'm fired. Damn, man, I hate this job. Sometimes I wanna say, walk in and slap my boss. This shit is getting hard. Damn, I hate this job. Gotta make it out of this struggle, bruh. And I don't really mean to take it out on you. You just a customer, but damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. You and your procedures, you and your protocol, you and your policies, none of that shit don't apply to me. You and your quotas, you and your standards, you and your 2 sick days a year. Y'all niggas bananas. Wonder why the postman's posted with hammers, going postal with Popo on camera. His wage got him enraged, stressed out, it's hard to maintain. He flips the middle, grabs his. He said, if you don't get the picture, I quit, you ain't shoot, mother. Man, I hate this job. Sometimes I wanna say, walk in and slap my boss. This shit is getting hard. Damn, I hate this job. Gotta make it out of this struggle, bruh. And I don't really mean to take it out on you. You just a customer, but damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Look, man, I hate this job. I put my pants on one leg at a time, just like you. I'm out here trying to take care of my family. Damn, I hate this job. It's not always glamorous, for real, but I do what I gotta do for me and mine, you know? Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate this job. Damn, I hate my job. Damn, I hate this job. I'm just like you, nigga. Damn, I hate this job. Man, I hate this job. Man, I hate my job.
This that squad sound.
Yeah. Check one, check two. Said you know what to do. How the mic sound out there? How the mic sound, y'all? Check 1 2 1 2. We'll find out in a second. Check 1 2. Here we go. Let's run it. Yeah. What's popping, y'all? What's happening? You back in the lab with your man Mark Nash. He is I am he. Another great episode of Say It With Me, breaking the beats. You already know what we're gonna do. We're gonna break down business, entertainment, art, technology, sports, and pretty much anything else I feel like squeezing into those letters. You feel me? Hope y'all having a good one. It's Friday, baby. You already know what we're gonna do. We're gonna chop it up. Normally on Friday, you already know we normally do the independent artist spotlight. Last week I switched it up, threw an audible out there, and it was good. It was a damn good show. Waiting for some of the usual suspects to pull up. Shout out to the homies that's here early though. Kyle, the boxing session. Kyle, the link out there, man. Pull up, holler at your boy if you can. I really appreciate it. She, what up? My brother She here. You already know you always welcome. East Side doing their thing. East Side Atlanta, Neophyte Bakar, my brother out here on that road doing this thing in a major way. Appreciate you. Derek Lincoln, what you thinking, my G? Yeah, we had a good show on Wednesday. Yeah, man, it was a damn good show. You already know. We're gonna break the beats down. We're gonna talk about a lot of things here. I'm gonna let the room get acclimated. I'll give you guys a preview. A couple of things I want to talk about this evening. Gonna do a little continuation on some of the things we talked about on Wednesday, but put a little twist on it. I don't know if you guys saw it, but Kevin Samuels and Dr. Umar Johnson had beef. Them boys got a little beef. I'll play the sound bite. We got a little beef, man. Got a little beef. So we definitely gonna talk about that one. It was y'all already know I found this shit funny as hell. All this shit be funny to me. It's entertainment, right? Gonna for the people who like boxing, we got a big fight tomorrow. So I'll give you all my prediction, and I'll get y'all predictions as well. We'll break down the tail of the tape, as you can see right here. Got it on the screen for you. We'll talk about that. Also, we'll talk about this incident that happened with Jake Paul and Mayweather. It's Mayweather losing, ruining his legacy by fighting a YouTuber in an exhibition match. Also, one of the main things I want to talk about today, I wanted to ask you guys, who do you think is the blame? Not even who do you think is to blame? Who bears the most responsibility for the music that we hear today? Is it the artist who creates the music, the label who okays the music, the fans who demand it, or the media who promotes it? So we'll talk about that as well. You know what I'm saying? Y'all already know how we're going to do. We're going to have a good conversation over here. I always tell you guys, man, as long as we being respectful, courteous, man, we can always come back and do this shit again. We can do it every week. But yeah, I play a record, let the room acclimate while I'm waiting for a couple of the co-hosts to pull up. Let me see. Y'all already know. Y'all already know where we're going with this, right? So don't play with me. Don't even play with me. Don't be like old boy, be like, not again. Yes, again. You already know what we're going to do. I'm going to let the room acclimate it. I put the link out there. Yo, my boy Floyd. Right. I don't know what's up with Floyd, man. I know one damn thing. Floyd know he's supposed to have a damn hat on. I mean, have a haircut coming to a press conference. Floyd know he should have a haircut. Floyd up here looking somebody. Yo, Floyd looking like what's my man name who used to sing the old song? Come on and go with me, face ass nigga. What's his name? Come on, they gonna tell me in the chat. Come on over to my place, face ass nigga. I like Floyd, but come on, Floyd. Teddy P. Why did Floyd look like Teddy P in this picture to your boy, yo? Come on, Floyd. You can't be out here like this. You cannot be out here. You are Money Mayweather. You should not be out here looking homeless. Oh my God, a hat coming off should not change your whole look like that. But it is what it is. We're gonna talk about that shit. We definitely gonna talk about that. Floyd Mayweather looking like Teddy Pendergrass. But we're gonna talk about it. We definitely gonna talk about it. I want to talk about that shit, man. But also, like I said, I want to know from you guys, is he ruining his legacy by fighting a YouTuber? Who is responsible for the content that we hear? You know what I'm saying? We're gonna talk about it. Let me play this Collards and Yams though, man. Y'all already know I gotta play that joint. Let the room pop up a little bit. And my new style is this, man. Y'all know I used to play 2 records to get the show, get the room acclimated. Nah, just one now. Collards and Yams. We'll play that leading up to the album every show. Y'all already know. After I introduce the topics until I drop the next video. I got another one. I think I'm trying to get that one done before I know I'm gonna be able to do it before June, but I don't know if I'm gonna have it dropped before June. I mean, before June the 11th. It might come out late June. But yeah, we got the next video already planned. And ironically, I'll tell y'all when it comes out, but ironically, it's a song called Grapefruit. So they gonna kill me in the comments for that. It was like, yeah, Collards and Yams, then you dropping grapefruits. This nigga whole album is about food. But no, it's a metaphor of how life can be bittersweet like a grapefruit. You get what I'm saying? Y'all see what I'm doing when I do that, right? Y'all know what I'm doing. Y'all know what I'm doing. It's your boy. So let me play this Collards and Yams. Let the room acclimate a little bit. You want to join the panel? Pull up. Certain people, you already know who you are. I'm expecting you to pull up. So let's get it. Smash the like on the way until you're in the room. After this video, we're going to go and start the content, man. We're going to start the content after the video. We will start the show after Collards and Yams. Smash the like on the way into the room, and it means a lot to your boy. Collards on the table, Yams on the stove. Holla at my plug, you'll get grams for the low. He keep his kitchen clean, the mop stick by the dough. We ain't eating fried rice with chopsticks by the bowl. They rewinding what I wrote, every line I give them hope. So when I'm in your city, they might treat me like the Pope. I'm respected by the goats, but I ain't here to gloat, brag or bullshit. I could be braggadocious for roaches, but that's the type of shit that make your closest turn to vultures. Niggas think it's sweet like champagne mimosas. I campaign for bread, maintain the toaster. Off with your head, Walking Dead zombie poster. Do it like I do it, man, I do it for that culture. They acting on the screen, but look different in the closer. I'm the face on the flyer and the poster. That's the reason why I'm flyer when I post up. Urkel straps on both shoulders. Keep them in my hand, I ain't reaching for no holsters here. I can holler at the plug when my bands run out. He said, Nash, pull up, this shit look like grandma's house. We got Collards on the table, Yams on the stove. Butter on the plate, chopsticks by the bowl. Collards on the table, Yams on the stove. Butter on the plate, chopsticks by the bowl.
Collards on the table, Yams on the stove. Collards on the table, Yams on the stove. Yams on the stove. Collards on the table, Yams on the stove.
Look, sometimes when I find a little moment to get a break, I drift away. These days are different, I don't get no space. Sometimes I look in the mirror like, nigga, fix your face. You baked all these ingredients, now enjoy the cake. Cake. I can lose it all tomorrow if I make one mistake. Keeping God involved every day I pray. I know it's a force bigger than me, God, in every step that I take. Wait, came in the game to be legit and live honest. Went from eating with the wolves to swimming with piranhas. Same swamp, different anacondas. The more you make, the more they want to take. Trying to squeeze every comma. I made this thinking of my grandmama's dinner. The spread was so elaborate, I admired the splendor. She would tell me, baby, go on, fix your plate and make sure before you eat, you always say your grace. She had
Collards on the table, Yams on the stove. Butter on the plate, chopsticks by the bowl. Collards on the table, Yams on the stove. Collards on the table, Yams on the stove.
Yes. So who went? Yes. Nigga, I want that one, homie. He might ask the first one. I want this one.
Yo, what's happening? You muted. I couldn't hear you.
Yeah. It said Nash is mad now. I said Nash ain't mad. Nash ain't mad now. But I'm good though. Major Key. Oh man. Woo. What you got? Woo. What you got right here, Major Key? What's this? Woo. ATCQ. What is ATCQ, man? I'm free. A Tribe Called Quest, Outkast. What are you talking about, Major Key? I don't know what you mean by that, brother. Oh, those are your top 3 groups of all time? Yeah, that's hard to beat right there. Got a question for y'all, man. We're gonna get into some open discussion tonight. So it's Friday. I gotta get people's picks for the fights coming up. If you're just tuning in, smash the room, smash the like on the way in the room. We got a lot. First thing I want to, not in no order, but I'm gonna just run through the topics again for those who just tuning in. We're gonna talk about this the relationship guru beef. One guy talks to women real nice. Some women think they talk to him kind of harsh. So we'll talk about that. We got fight tomorrow, so we gotta do a pick. And we're gonna go through the tail of the tape. We're gonna do the pick. Also, we're gonna talk about Mayweather, the Jake Paul situation.
Oh my God!
And why does Mayweather look like Teddy Pendergrass on this picture?
Yo, Mayweather looked like he just got back from a 7-year bid. Like, man.
Yo, Mayweather didn't look like this when he did go to jail for 3 months. Mayweather
That's
looked
what I'm
like
saying. Like,
Mayweather looked like he about to say, "Close the door."
Man,
he looked like one of them soul
like,
singers.
Man, listen, man. I saw that whole video he talking about. Yo, I'll kill him.
Oh, I'm gonna show it. We're gonna show a clip.
That boy from Flint.
That
boy from Flint.
Oh, okay, Major Key said, yeah, that was from last week. He forgot he had to give me his top 3. Hey, Outkast won that shit, Major Key. Outkast won. But that list, the way we did it wasn't fair because some people had bye weeks that shouldn't have, like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. Will Smith and DJ Jazzy Jeff had a bye week. They shouldn't have got a bye week. You know, NWA, Outkast, Run DMC, yeah, they should get a bye week, but not Fresh Prince. No disrespect to Will Smith, right? Hell of an actor, as far as best group of all time. But I do want to know, Major Key, with my other question though, since it is hip hop day on Friday, I'm gonna ask this question as well. Who is responsible for the content and the music that we're hearing and the messaging that we're hearing from artists? Is it the artist who creates it, the label who actually co-signs it and pretty much puts it out, they stamp it? Is it the media who promotes it, or is it the fans who demand it? So we'll talk about that, all those things and more. But before we do that, I'll drop the link back out there. Major Key, if you got time to pull up a little bit, that'd be cool. I know you got to do free smoke. I know they be doing that free smoke shit on my boy Black and Brown. Shout out to Black and Brown Boxing in a major way. Big up to you, homie. So yeah, Mike, talk to me real quick. How you feel this day? Happy Friday.
Man, happy Friday, man. Peace to you and yours.
Chef, what up?
Chad, peace to everybody. Man, it's a beautiful day. It's crazy. It's a crazy, lovely life, man. But yeah, I'm just enjoying things. And, I seen you was on, so I had to pull up. You know me, I had to pull up.
Thank you, my brother. I appreciate it. It's all love. Hey, look, man, what you want to get into first? You want to talk about these, the relationship gurus beefing? The hip hop talk or some boxing talk? What y'all want to get into? I'm gonna ask the chat too. Y'all want to talk about the hip hop now, some boxing, or the relationship shit beefing?
All right. Well, real briefly, I'm gonna just touch on that Dr. Umar Johnson.
Before you do that, let me introduce Major Key Boxing. Well, I'm gonna let him introduce himself. Talk to him, G.
Thank you, brother. How you doing, man? Yes, sir. Major Key Boxing. Major Key Mondays at 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Monday. You know what I'm saying? We got some great lineups, some great interviews, but I appreciate you, Mark, as always, man. You know what I mean? I hope you come through as well. You know what I'm saying? Drop you the link personally. You already know. You know
Absolutely.
What I mean? Got in-house connections over there. Mi casa, su casa.
Está bien, gracias.
Shout out to 252, the damn family in this motherfucker. Come on. My man said, shout out from EC, Edgecombe. Is that Edgecombe County to Rocky Mount? 252 on deck, man. You already know what's up, man. It's Mark Nash. You already know what up. What y'all want to get into first? I
want to jump off quick. So that guy, if you don't mind, brother, I would just like to say what I was trying to say in the chat, and then I'm gonna bounce real quick.
Man, a shooter's got to shoot.
Appreciate it, brother. Listen, so when it comes to the thing, what was your last? Oh, the labels. Who destroys it, right?
Yeah, okay. Yeah. Who's responsible for the messaging that we're hearing in hip hop? If we don't like the messaging, is it the artist, the label, the fans, or the media?
Bro, it's individual. It's individual, and I'm gonna say that being straight up 1,000 with you, it's individual because it depends on what you listen to and what you support. Because you see what I'm saying? the labels were obviously the first criminals, and they continue to be criminals, but they were the first criminals. They're the mob bosses, the labels. They heard a sound, they were hip to it. They're like, oh, you know what? We gotta make everybody sound like this. This is like, you know, it needs to be a fad. It needs to be this. It needs to be fake. You know what I'm saying? And some people started falling in line with that, you know? And at some point, people started learning that, hey, I could be free. I could get a distribution deal. I could become my own boss, you know, when it comes to this. I could become, you know how I deal with, bless you.
Sorry,
you know how I deal with boxing. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I could become my own Floyd Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? I could do whatever I want to do. You know what I'm saying? I could become my own De La Hoya. So what I'm trying to say is that the labels obviously were the first criminals, but it seems like individuals are also criminals right now to the music because they just coming in for a bag. They don't even care. You know what I'm saying? They don't even care if they make anything that's credible, as long as it makes people dance in a club. You know, and people that are stupid don't even understand that it's under the label of hip hop, and there's no hip hop in it. There's no 5 elements in it, and they still rock with it. That's up to them. But there should be a different category, is what I'm trying to say. Does that make sense?
What you mean by different category?
It's entertainment. It's not hip hop.
Well, I mean, you know, to build off what Major Key has said, I think it's like, you got to look at hip hop being the purest form, like say the root. And then as that root and that sapling started growing, now you have different strands of rap. You have everything from East Coast rap, West Coast rap, mumble rap, backpack rap, you know what I'm saying, gangster rap, all these different things. And we rate whether or not that's quality by, does it, like you said, does it have the 5 elements? Does it still have its core ingredients of hip hop? And we've got to acknowledge that there are certain new strands that, yeah, it's so far away from the source that, yeah, it's definitely rap, but no, it's not hip hop.
And let's keep in mind, you touched on that right there, and I'm glad you said that, because number one, I'm going to touch on the word rap, and I'm also touching on 5 elements, because like right now, if you ask a lot of people what are the elements of hip hop, they'll only name you 4. They forgot about the most important one, which is culture. See what I'm saying? You could talk about, you know, MCing. You could talk about DJing. You could talk about breakdance. You could talk about graffiti. Those are 4 elements, right? But what's the most important one? Culture. Okay, that's the 5th one. You know what I mean? And a lot of people don't even know that nowadays. But anyway, the word rap also, let's keep in mind that the word rap started way back. You know what I'm saying? Way before hip hop. Rap meant talking shit. You know what I'm saying? So right. It says, hey, I'm rapping with you, bro. I'm rapping with you. You know, I'm talking shit with you. You know, and then you know it found its form in music, which was great because it was also part of hip hop as well. It was a form of hip hop. It was just rap though. It was shit talking, you know, but it was still on the beat. It was still on the rhythm, and you know, you kept elements of culture, right? Now, when it comes down to it, though, it's gotten so far from that, like everything with the mumble rap, like what he was saying, the mumble rap, and this it's gotten away from actual, like there's no creativity in it. It's really just a beat and somebody just finding you know what I'm saying? And I guess that takes a little bit of talent to put all that bullshit together. But Mark Nash, I listen to you rap, I could hear how you delivering. You see what I'm saying? When you're delivering with your hip hop message and you're trying to get a punchline with a fresh, you know what I'm saying, with a fresh punchline at the end to make sure it sticks. And then people are like, oh, that was a dope ending to that line. You know what I'm saying? People don't think like that. There's no creativity in it, man. And that's what disappoints me, because there's far and few in between of new you know, groups that I actually feel like that. But trust me when I tell you, man, like I said, I wasn't even mad if Outkast was number 1 on somebody's list, because Outkast actually, I was still living in New York when Outkast came out, and I was putting everybody on that. You know what I'm saying? I was talking about that Southern playalistic Cadillac music, you know. So, you know, man, that album was crazy, and then when ATLiens dropped, I had just moved to Miami, and I was like, damn, me and you, your mama and your cousin too.
Man, that wasn't even
a
like, hey, on that album, though. That ATLiens album, that just changed the game. saying? Like, I don't
Man.
know. I can't picture hip hop without Outkast, so I wouldn't be mad at
Right.
them being
Yeah.
on number one. Like, man,
Yeah.
like when you just really think
Shout out to
about
Al Chamber. Thanks for the donation, bro. I don't take it for granted. Appreciate it. Go ahead, Mike.
organized noise and stuff. But what you were saying, Major Key, about the culture, you got to remember, we came up in an era where, yeah, we listen to drug dealers. These kids listen to drug addicts. You feel what I'm saying? I don't know about you personally, but I liked NWA and things like that because they were doing shit I was doing. I wasn't trying to be like them. It was like, oh, I can relate to these niggas. These hood niggas going through the shit I'm going through. That's why Nas was so dope. You know, to hear a 12-year-old talking about, you know, all that good shit at the barbecue with Cool G Rap, it was dope for me hearing that shit as a youngin'. Because I'm like, yo, I'm a young nigga out here rapping, you know what I'm saying? I felt that. I felt like, oh, this is for me. Now these kids, they emulate this image that they don't really relate to. You know, speaking of Will Smith earlier, like I used to tell certain cats in my area, like, what's wrong with being Will Smith? Like, if you come up from a good household and you whatever, that doesn't mean you can't drop dope music and be fly. And, you know what I'm saying? People can clown on Will Smith all day, but even with that crazy dad body he posing around with right now, Will Smith will pull your bitch. You better stop. You know what I'm saying? You better stop.
Yeah, I know. Actually, one of the songs that's on my playlist right now is the remake that this dude did with calling Will. Will, where he's like, I am like Will. And
Oh, yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, my kids even listen to that since I put it on, bro. Like my kids, my girl, they put it on their playlist and everything. But that's what I was saying. I agree with you. I'm not disagreeing with you because NWA was part of my growing up as well. That's what I'm trying to say. But rap was a part of it back then because it was still skill. It wasn't just, you see what I'm saying? It wasn't just shit talking without respecting the culture. It was shit talking in a certain way. Like if you came from, you know, Oakland, or you came from, you know, LA, or you came from Chicago, you came from Baltimore, Miami, you know, well, Miami did a little different, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you talk that talk.
Right. Hydraulics. Right. That was a different thing, but you know what I'm saying?
You talk, if you was from Miami, you talk that bottom boy talk. You feel what I'm saying? Especially back then.
But you know, what I'm saying is that everybody had their own lingo. You know, I even remember Crucial Conflict. You remember them?
Yeah,
hey, in the middle of the barn, smoking on hay. You know what I'm saying? This is like, you know, but
nigga Major Key want to have a sing-along tonight.
I'm just saying, it's so many different. Yo, so many different. When I say codes, I mean like it's all hip hop, but it was so many different areas. Everybody was fiending to put their own energy out to show the world that, hey, we struggle like that too. We understand hip hop too. You know, and it was like a melting pot at that time. You know, and then some people took the torch, and Outkast was one of those groups.
Well, you know, Outkast. I think Outkast, what they did is what they did a lot of groups. And I feel what you're saying. Like if you was from like say 8Ball and MJG, you had to respect them. You know what I'm saying? Like even a New York cat, it's not like, oh, these cats is rapping slow or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Old Suave House, like Mantilla and stuff like that. Like I don't care where
Ghetto
you are.
Boys. You know what I'm saying?
Ghetto Boys. Quality Bars was Quality Bars. You know, like, you know, we throw that line around a lot, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, my son 14, he don't know nothing about that, but he knows something about that because I always messed with him since he was young. I'll play some shit from when I was a kid. You feel what I'm saying? You know, some mad CJ Mack, some old crazy random stuff, you know what I'm saying? Cats, you know what I'm saying, forgot about, ain't heard of. And it's like, off a bar, listen to that song. No, he's actually saying something, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, he's whatever, but he dressed up a story. It's got its, you know, this is work. This is art. This ain't just somebody just mumbling to the beat with a catchy hook.
So Mike, and Major Key, to make sure I'm clear, who did you say was responsible for the people just tuning in for the messaging? Major Key and then Mike.
You know, I'm saying it depends on the listener because, you know what I'm saying, beauty is in the eye of the beholder. We have to show, well, first and foremost, as creators, and we're going to talk about this subject, we got to educate people like what we're doing right now in a sense, right? We're kind of educating without saying, hey, I'm telling you this, push it down your throat. I'm not saying that to anybody, but I'm having a conversation with y'all and in the portion of the conversation that we're having right now, we're educating at the same time. You know, so it's not like we're just, you know, just talking about something and just saying, you don't understand this. If you ain't me, you ain't ever gonna understand. No. We're talking, but we're dropping jewels at the same time. You know what I'm saying? In my case, I'm dropping keys.
So who did you say was
In my
responsible
case,
for
I'm
the
casting pearls.
right? So
Putting
before
everything at perspective.
hey, look, but Major Key, before it gets to the listener, somebody is responsible for it. Before it gets to the fan, the artist creates it. The label either says, "Hey, that's not good enough," or "Hey, we need more ass shaking." And
I'm sorry, go ahead. Corner right now, brother. I'm sorry. Now I don't mean to cut you off. You know how I am. You know what I'm saying? I could start a business on the corner right now, right, and just have the most luxurious boxes of shit for everybody for Christmas, for Mother's Day. You know what I'm saying? For Father's Day, we can have the most luxurious assortment of pieces of shit in a box. As long as it's got sprinkles on it and all that, we could sell it for like $10 a pop. You know what I mean?
See, like,
let him land, Mike. Go ahead.
But it depends on who's going to buy it, is my point. Who's going to be hustled by that? You know what I mean? When we have such a long track record, right, of what should be a Mother's Day gift, what should be a Christmas gift, what should be a Father's Day gift. Instead, we're just going to buy this bullshit just because some hustlers are like trying to sell you it on the corner. The labels, I said, yes, they were the first hypocrites. They were the first thieves in the game. But we already have so much information on the internet and being spilled to us from other artists that are way beyond us. People that have been in the game for 5 generations and still cooking, like Busters. You know what I'm saying? Like LLs, like Fat Joes. You know what I mean? Like, we still got people cooking and nobody's listening. So whose fault is it if you get taught for 50 years and you still don't know how to get to high school?
Go ahead, Mike. I'm gonna let you go, Mike. But before you say that, hey, yo, when you listen back though to some of the shit that we've been listening to for years, Major Key, in the words of my cousin Dro said it best. Yeah, we liked it, we enjoyed it, we listened to it, but the content was trash. The shit was killing and selling crack for a long time, bro. You get what I'm saying? Even Joe Crack, he could rap his ass off, but his name is Joey Crack. Crack. You know what I'm saying? And blast that ad lib out all over the place.
What are they saying right now, though?
Huh?
What are they saying right now?
I mean, I'm talking about you mentioned his entire. You've been talking about how long the content been going on. I'm just saying, like, the content has been really rough and rugged for a long time.
There was more skill to it, though, is what I've been saying since the get-go. There was more skill to it.
Well, I'll beat y'all both in the middle of what you're saying, is because I agree with you, Mark, and I agree with Major Key, but I think the fact that you both are missing is we come from a generation where you used to have permission to rap. You know what I mean? The gift and the curse of the internet and taking things where a kid could sit in his basement, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, remember when we was in high school and shit like that, and we'd be killing in the lunchroom or the hallways, and that little nigga would be in the corner mumbling, you know what I'm saying? You'd be looking in the corner, you know he rap, but he ain't gonna say nothing because, you know what I'm saying, he know his sword ain't sharp, you know he ain't ready. You feel what I'm saying? He ain't ready to get in this lunchroom because there's lions, you know, there's nothing but lions and wolves in the den. You know?
Yeah.
The internet got it where that kid could sit out there and he could actually get famous while you just steal that nigga in the lunchroom. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, whatever. That nigga can go get famous. Yeah. And, you know, I don't know about y'all, but I'm from a generation where it's like, if you couldn't come out saying you're from such and such Nebraska without people from such and such Nebraska putting a stamp on you. Things were vetted. So to answer your question, Mark, who do I think's to blame? I think it's a two-step process. Well, actually 3-step. The first step is the engineer. I know you're getting this bag, but your name's on this work. You feel what I'm saying? And as the engineer, you know what I'm saying, you know, you got to hit that space bar. You know what I'm saying? You got to hit that space bar sometimes and just say, stop, hold on. No. You can't just be like, well, fuck it, I'm getting such and such an hour.
It's your job, though, man. I can't tell you what you can't put on your burger if I work at McDonald's.
Hey, but you know what I'm saying? You could say, hey, you could do that a little better.
No, I can't. I'm losing my job. Telling
I
you,
got
hey,
it.
yo, you know you don't need that pork, man. You know you don't need no triple cheeseburger, even though we sell it at Wendy's.
But
You know
what
what
we,
I mean, though.
what we can
you
do
know
is
what
get
I
you
mean,
this
though,
little
right?
coupon right
Yeah, I
here.
mean,
You know what I'm saying? You're gonna get 2 double cheeseburgers instead. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna feel that
Major Key said he gonna be like, yo, that's hot,
discount for
son. Yeah,
that.
that's
You
the
know what I'm
good
saying?
shit. Yeah, son, that was the dopest shit ever. Jay-Z, who? I feel you.
Yeah, man. But you can't. As an engineer, I've worked sessions here, and in Atlanta, I can't go in there and tell Mace when I'm engineering for him. For one, I can't tell him it's trash. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell him, hey, you can do that better. Hey, man,
That's
do
what I'm
that
saying.
take again.
I'm not saying shit on the nigga.
Hold on, Mike. Let me speak it. Now, but for me to tell him what he should and should not put in that verse, not only will I get kicked out of that session and I won't be engineering there, I would not be engineering at Icon Studios anymore. If so, it'd be my own sessions, but they won't allow me to engineer for Maze and Rocco or nothing like that. They're gonna say, nah, bro, you talk too much as an engineer. You putting in your sauce and the flavor. I mean, putting your flavor in what you want in there. You supposed to be a ghost running the machine. You know what I'm saying? And granted, as an engineer, you can probably build up a rapport like somebody like Guru. I'm sure he has a rapport with artists because he's worked with Jay-Z all the time. That they'll ask him and he'll tell them, hey, bro, you know that ain't you. You know, he can have those one-on-ones, but just a regular working engineer like myself or somebody who's freelancing or an intern trying to work your way up, you can't tell that artist, yo, your content is trash, bro. You ain't talking about killing people. That shit whack.
I want to talk to you offline about this one, man, because you got a great point. But I want to connect you with somebody. I'm not gonna talk about that right here, bro. You know what I'm saying? But you my homeboy, bro, and I know that your personality by itself is gonna win people over if you talk to this dude, bro. Just so you know, man. I'm gonna talk to you offline about this one, though.
Is it somebody from Terror Squad?
Nah, you wish.
You know, I wish. I know you in Florida. I know you got that connection, man.
Nah.
This nigga about to get me signed to Terror Squad. Watch this. My next episode gonna be like, you know, that last episode. Forget all of that. I'm about to make some trash content.
Yeah, man.
I'm about to sell some coke and kill people on the track.
I seen Fat Joe in New York in front of the skate key like years and years ago. But since then, man, I seen Timberland. I seen what's his name? The Pitbull. You know what I'm saying? I actually seen Pitbull in the club. Like he was cool with some of my peoples. You know what I'm saying, in Miami. And I seen Eminem running around. I seen Lauryn Hill. I seen quite a few people, but nah, man. Like me and Terror Squad ain't connected just because I'm from the Bronx, man.
Yeah, you know, I had to ask. Neo Bakar, what's up, man? You just pulled up. Talk to me. Put the number on screen.
What up, man? What up? Do a little microphone check. You know how this thing is.
Microphone check. How you sound out there? Talk to me.
Yeah, my opinion on this song.
Oh man, your mic ain't right yet. Your mic ain't right.
Ask him if he's in the car.
Yeah, he always driving. He always in the
Always driving.
Okay, so it might just be like the car phone.
Yeah, Neo.
Throw this thing out the window.
Yeah, Neo, click over and come out and try to come back in. Pause.
Pause.
Yeah. I'm gonna kick you out. I'm gonna kick you out real quick the studio, but just come right back in. But yeah, I was gonna let him get his take on that before we move forward. I'll open the phone line up too if anybody want to call and give me their take on this. That's dope as well. But yeah, Major Key, I thought this was a good. Go ahead, Mike, please.
I was just gonna finish. You know what I'm saying? Because I said it's a 3-step. It's like an engineer has input. I wouldn't say it go as far as you were saying, but I do feel what you're coming from. But an engineer can be like, hold on, man. You on certain times, you know what I'm saying, in a certain way. Yes, you can. And then you got the labels, but you know, they just want what sells. And so the third step is the safeguard, and that's the listeners. I think there's been a disconnect. We were disciplined fans. We knew what we wanted. These kids don't know what they want, so they're being told what they want and being fed the bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
That's where I was going with it. You feel what I'm saying? You know, we went a little, you know, we jumped off the reservation, you know what I'm saying, but we'll bring it back. You know what I'm saying? That, you know what I'm saying? The engineer can kind of be like, hey, you know, let's try that again. You
And
know
I'm
what
gonna
I'm saying?
stand by what I said, Mike.
Oh no,
Not
I'm
when
with you. No, I'm with you 100%.
not when it comes to his lyrics, talking about his
Oh yeah, no, I
delivery,
wasn't
his
going that
voice.
far. No, I wasn't going
Go ahead.
that far. I wasn't going that far. And as I said, that's where it goes to the label. But you know, the label are going to go with what sells. You know that already. And so the safeguard was step 3, the fans. If we are trying to, as a culture, elevate past our gangster past, past our dungeon, my eyes, it's still, we're not going to emasculate black male MC, but the glorifying of drug violence and gang culture to a certain extent should slowly start becoming a little more taboo. As a rap artist who specializes in drug violence raps and gang relationship, but for real, say you've got to start maturing. That's why it's good to see your Fat Joe, like you said, Busta cooking, Jay cooking. You know what I'm saying? It's good to see. Like, I love it. I told this young kid earlier, I was like, man, honestly, if Jay-Z came out with a song right now where he's talking about trapping and shit like that, I'd be mad as hell at him. That's why I love them. You know what I'm saying? Start talking about growth. They laughing at that cryptocurrency line from Nas when that's genius. Like, this is Nasir Jones. Like, do you know what year Illmatic dropped? You really want him to be talking about what, smoking Zaza? The fuck out of here. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's probably why there's been that big internet debate about, do these kids know their history? Can you not appreciate someone like Too Short, who's been making albums since 1986?
Okay. Well, let me see if Neo mic is working. Neo, your mic working?
I'm gonna try it one more time. If not,
Yeah,
I'm gonna just
good.
wait until I get.
Yeah, you sound good now. You sound great now.
All right, give me your take on this, Neo. Go ahead.
Man, I got like 2 examples that I think I can throw out there that prove that the labels and the marketing agents involved with the record labels are kind of orchestrating what is popular, right? I mean, first example, David Banner selling mixtapes out his van. I mean, like, literally living in his van, selling his record, building up his record label on his own outside of that, right? He pretty much made a way out of no way. And that's how rap and hip hop used to get out to us. That's how it used to be, put into the, I don't know, just into the neighborhoods. That's how we got it. That's how we got the music. NWA selling tapes out the trunk. Then we get into these record labels, and they're trying to copy what we were doing, trying to be in the grassroots without actually being in the grassroots. The other example is when Chris Brown came out. Chris Brown wanted to rap, but his record label said, nah, bro, just stick to having a pretty face and singing and dancing and shit. Shucking and jiving. I mean, like, that's what they told him to do, even though he had other skills, right? All because the record label wouldn't do anything with him unless he stuck to that. Kind of directing where the atmosphere goes. I mean, it doesn't seem like they would have such a big influence, but when you're trying to get that bag, you'd be surprised at what you put yourself through. A lot of these artists are coming out right now explaining what they had to do on the casting couches and whatnot. So I'm just saying, like, it's got to be the record labels and the marketing industry.
I think you had a missed opportunity on that one because you said something that was leading towards something I forgot, which is the record label. Because I admitted that the record labels were the first thieves, but we can't forget that they still fund the broadcasting stations, right? All the radio channels get funded by them, you know what I'm saying, to put out the next content that they want to be put out, right? And they feed it to the listeners, and then the listeners eventually fall victim to the beat. If it's a dope beat, you know what I'm saying? All of it, they're addicted now, and the song could be whack as hell, but because the beat is dope, you know what I'm saying, that's what they fall into. So that's one thing too, let's not forget that.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, the amount of dollars that they put into trying to figure out what is catchy, what is attractive as far as the music is. How do they recreate our creativity? It's kind of weird, but how do you put a beat out there that you just can't resist, and then you go find some poop butt dude to jump on your record label, and there you go.
Yeah. But it was like Chris Brown, like what you said about Chris Brown. Somebody put it in there. They said that would you see right there, man. That was the correct route for Chris Brown, though. To be honest with you, man, that was Jay-Z that put on Rihanna and Chris Brown. You know what I'm saying? And those were some of his first recruits, and they worked out well. In their lane, though. In their lane. So at the end of the day, they did give entertainment and shit like that, but. Are they hip hop artists? I don't know about that. Rihanna and Chris Brown, I would consider R&B artists. Not hip hop artists.
Right. I was just using them as an example because
Yeah,
like any young man, he wanted to be a rapper just like everybody else.
Yeah. I get you. I can't disagree with that.
Yeah, man. I do know this. When you're dealing with radio, if the shit is hitting on that PPM meter, I'm gonna tell you, it's like something they use. I'm gonna tell you what it's called though. Radio. I think it's called a PPM meter. But I want to tell you what it stands for. That's what they use to measure ratings. It's called the portable people meter, and this is what they use in radio to basically determine how many people are listening and how long they listening. You get what I'm saying? Like if I turn on this song and people are staying for X amount of time, almost like with YouTube. I ain't got to tell you guys analytics. I can see where people are watching for how long and how many people are not only watch, but how long they are staying for a certain amount of time for certain subjects. And then what's working, what's not working. And that's how it works with radio. So if the fans are turning every time you play Amigos record, advertisers won't buy the space. You get what I'm saying? The radio won't play the record because the advertisers want to get on the. That's why they even do sandwiches. They'll play a hit record, they play a record you don't know that much, then they play another hit, and they build them up to the point you feel like, man, I'm hearing the same song all day. You probably are, depending on where you at, because those records, the PPM meter showing this is a hit, and we need this for advertising. So it does go back to the media a little bit. It goes back, a lot. It goes back to the fans. But let's be real. It's some guys out there who you do not hear on the radio, but they're very successful. And like Joey Badass, I think he was just in this movie. It's on Netflix right now. It's called Two Distant Strangers. Great movie. But you don't hear Joey Badass on the radio in Atlanta. It's a lot of people. You don't hear Tech Nine on the radio. He's wildly successful. You get what I'm saying? So radio and the media isn't the end all be all, especially with the destruction of things going bad, in my opinion. I do think fans take a role because they are the consumer. But these
not to interrupt, bro, but I'm gonna have to jump off real quick. I see something weird, and I want to make sure that I'm not tripping.
All right, man, get straight. Peace. I see you when you pull back up if you can. But my cousin Dro, man, he put it in the he sent me this message. He said he said it's all four. He said it's but he puts it in an order. He says, let me see. He said it's the labels first, the artists, the media, then the fans, in that order. He said because a lot of times without those other three, it's hard for it to really get to the masses. What do you guys think? That all four of them take a part, but it's really the labels and the artists first, because the labels sign you. They tell you what kind of music they make 9 times out of 10.
I agree. And then that's a double-edged blade, because that's hit or miss with a very high percentage. Excuse me, with a very high percentage of failure for labels who try to go in and say, okay, you just do what you want to do, especially on a new artist. And so on some levels, the label has to have a hand on this to ensure a return on their investment. And then now you wonder, okay, now how much are they influencing them to just do what sells? Of course they're doing that. What part of that is wrong? You feel what I'm saying? Like there's it's a double-edged blade that I really do. I agree with them, but I'll keep saying the fans are the safeguard.
All right. Shit, Major Key, you got anything else you want to add to this before we move to the next one? And
Yeah, I mean,
somebody said it wasn't Jay-Z who discovered Chris Brown. I did a quick Google.
That was Keen Mitch. I would tell him to check again because
I'm doing a quick Google right here, and it says Hit Missions Records. And it was Lamont Fleming who discovered him at the age of 13. They came to a gas station.
And who did he sign to when he got famous? I'm pretty sure it was Def Jam. Def Jam.
I think he was signed to Clive Davis. One of you over there with J Records.
Clive or some shit.
So it wasn't Def Jam?
No, that was Rihanna though. You was right about Rihanna, but it wasn't. Chris Brown wasn't signed to them. He's never been on Def Jam. He's always been I
always thought that's how they started their relationship, but I'm a man, so I could stand corrected.
That's all good. Yeah, Jive. He was with Jive, later RCA. So CBE, Jive, RCA. That was his first record label.
But what I will be correct about is my next analogy. You know what I'm saying? As far as this hip hop thing, who's to blame? The cartel, the transporter, the average drug dealer, or the addict? You know what I'm saying? That's basically, in a nutshell, what we were asking about this hip hop shit, right? This music, right? Who's to blame? Everybody's to blame, of course. You know what I mean? But it starts off with the cartel. If there was no product in the first place, there would be no victim.
But now we got to be careful because we can't like it.
And after this, we're gonna move it forward. We're gonna move on to the next after this. Go ahead.
But I just want to say we can't like it hip hop to dope in that sense that hip hop is all about expression, and I cannot in no way whatsoever tell Mark Nash, tell Major Key what you can express or how you can express it.
All right.
I can, as a fan, I can just either participate by buying your album, supporting it, listen to it, going to shows, buying merch, etc., or I could not.
Right.
All right. Wait, look, let's move it on. Let's switch gears real quick. What you guys think of this right here with your boy Mayweather, man? Is this bad for the sport? Or is it good for the sport?
I think it's
drawing
bad.
Casual eyes and things of that nature. Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, the brother was talking.
I was just about to say, I think it's bad in the sense that now Mayweather definitely go have to whoop this boy. You know what I'm saying? Whoop his whole ass. You know what I'm saying? Just because his brother's a dick. But hopefully this doesn't, Floyd didn't hurt his hand. Hopefully Floyd's not got his mind into the fight. You know what I'm saying? Because of these little disrespectful punks and allow, this little boy to get any sort of shine, any sort of daylight. You know what I'm saying? And I just want this over with. And these boys, I want to really move on from them because the more we talk about them, the bigger they get. They're like Beetlejuice, man. They just, not talk about it.
You fading away. Your Mike. I don't know if you're moving, but you faded away from the phone.
Oh yeah, I just want these boys to go away. I'm from Ohio and I can't stand them. These boys got to go.
All right, man. You sound real lethargic over there, man. Sound like you laying down, nigga. Major Key, is this good or bad for the sport, my brother?
Man, this is so ridiculous, bro. I don't even want to talk about it. That's how ridiculous it is. I mean, if you force me to elaborate, Mark, then I will, but it's ridiculous, man. You know what I'm saying? Like we're talking about this instead of a more important hip hop conversation, right? Or a more important fight that might be coming up. And you know why? Because Mayweather is throwing another circus for us, man. You know what I'm saying? He was great when he was in it, but right now he's just throwing a circus right now. You know what I'm saying? It's not a real boxing match. We all know that. He's fighting a YouTuber. He's just trying to cash some money in. You know what I mean? He's already a Hall of Famer, so it can't add to his record. You know what I mean? Like this is like, it's a waste of time, bro. I'm not gonna spend my money on it. I wish that Tiafimo wouldn't have moved or Triller wouldn't have moved that date. But however, I see why they might be a little worried about that. You know what I mean?
But they're the day after. This Mayweather thing is the day after theirs.
No, they're considering moving the date to June 19th.
Oh, damn.
Yeah, they're considering moving the whole date, the whole card to June 19th.
Damn, man, I wanted to see that fight, but hey, I want T.O. to get his bread. That ain't something he does. You know what I'm saying? That's the people who got to pay these guys. And yeah, man. So you think this is bad for the sport because it's taking attention away from other things, and this is more of a circus act.
It's bad for the sport because it's not actually the sport, and it's taking away attention from the sport.
Okay. Derek Lincoln in the chat disagrees with you. He said this is good for the sport, more eyes on the sport. I agree with Derek Lincoln on that. Some people are gonna watch boxing on June the 6th who never watched boxing in their life. They are YouTube prank, they do pranks, they're gamers, and it's all because of Logan Paul.
Can I respond?
I wasn't quite done. I wasn't quite done yet. I was just taking a breather. No problem.
Whenever you do.
I was taking a dramatic pause, my brother. And I believe that you're gonna get guys and girls who watch boxing on June the 6th who will never watch boxing, who's never seen a Mayweather fight in their life. They know he's Mayweather, but hey, I don't watch boxing. Plus, I don't care about him. But the YouTubers, the YouTube community, they're gonna come out and support their guy. And it's not even a real match. Like someone said, this is an exhibition. And I think it's gonna put eyes on the sport. Hopefully, some of these translate over to people who will watch other matches. But I'll let you reply now. Go ahead, Major K.
With all due respect to Derek Lincoln and what you just explained on his behalf, what I have to say is that it's not the sport, though. It doesn't bring eyes to the sport because it's not the sport. Mayweather is not like in the sport anymore. It's just an exhibition. It's not the sport. Logan Paul is a YouTuber. He's not in the sport. It's an exhibition. So what are we?
What kind of exhibition?
I'm sorry. I run a boxing channel, bro, to literally entertain and educate the casuals. So how can I be responsible to that extent where I'm going ahead and saying, hey, guess what? This is a great fight. It's not a great fight because it's not a fight. These are not like professional boxers anymore. You know what I'm saying? Logan Paul can say he's professional with a 0-1 record, but now he's fighting Mayweather, and it's an exhibition, so it doesn't add to his resume. It doesn't do anything. He's a YouTuber. That's it.
Let me know when you finish. I don't want to interrupt.
Done, my brother. I'm done. I'm sorry.
No, you good. No, you good. You good. I can't see you, so I don't know. I don't know if you was taking a dramatic pause. My brother, I gotta disagree with you there. It's an exhibition boxing match. They're not playing exhibition ping pong, kickball, thumb wrestling, volleyball. They ain't gonna go in there and like they're gonna put on the gloves. They're gonna put in a mouthpiece. I don't know if they got headgear or not, but they're gonna be throwing lefts and rights. It's boxing. It's not nothing that counts for for a significant thing. It's not like for a title. It's not gonna go against Mayweather's record. But my man, it's a boxing match. You don't like the competition, you don't like whatever. And Mayweather is known from boxing. People know he's the boxer. He's supposed to be the best. And it is a chance that something could happen in some people's mind because of the weight difference. Mayweather can come in, can't weigh more than 160. The dude Paul can't weigh more than 190. So this is intriguing to somebody. That's something you can't even get in real boxing. You don't get nothing like that where somebody 30 pounds. We can have up to a 30-pound difference. And the difference for that is because he's so good and the dude weighs so much, we can't drain him all the way down. Okay, but I won't come up too heavy neither, though, because if I was big at this skill set, he'll really hurt him. So I get it. I think it's intriguing. I think it's fun. Before you reply, I want to let Jay Blues Radio get in. What's up, Jay?
Hey, what's going on, y'all? How you doing, man?
What's going
I'm
on, brother?
always good, Jay, even when it's bad. How you?
I'm great, man. Except for this nonsensical horse shit ass circus they're trying to put on, man. He ain't gonna touch Floyd. Floyd's gonna beat the fuck out of him worse than Conor McGregor and probably stop him earlier. Like the weight, the height, all that shit doesn't mean anything, man. Like it's a complete fart. And is it true that they're doing 2-minute rounds? Yo,
I'm not sure.
I heard something like 8 2-minute rounds. It's dumb as fuck, man. Like it makes no fucking sense. And why, bro? For real, what is going on with Floyd? Why is he looking like a sick Gary Coleman up there? What the fuck happened?
Oh yeah.
Hair, bro?
Y'all want to switch over to that? Let's get on into it.
God,
let's ask that
damn.
question.
Yeah.
Here's the question I got for you.
God.
Here's the question. Let me ask this to the panel and to the chat. Was this real or staged? Was it real or staged? Let's get it.
That shit
And
was
the phone
staged,
lines
bro.
are open, by the way. 678-381-1938. 678-381-1938. Call me now. But y'all let me know, was this real or staged?
This is real.
Talk to me. Tell me why. And put a little energy in your voice, Mike. You sound a little lazy over there.
Man,
Mike's laying down. Yeah, man.
Right. I got work in the morning. But yeah, it was definitely real. I've seen Floyd mad. I've seen Floyd angry and composed. I've never seen Floyd this irate. I believe that they probably did have some sort of understanding. That's why he agreed to it all like this. And I think Jake jumped out of pocket. And yeah, I really don't see it as staged. Like even that picture that you got of Floyd right there, like, you know, outside of a boxing ring, you know, who's ever really seen that side of Floyd?
I made you
private life, maybe.
Major Key, real or staged?
No, I think it was real as well. I'm gonna take Ellie Sekback's word for it. You know what I'm saying? Ellie Sekback is known for clickbaiting some of the times, but he literally sounded genuine when he said, "Listen, man, I watched this and I never seen Floyd so pissed." You know what I'm saying? That's exactly what he said. He's like, and a lot of people, even the lawyer for Ryan Garcia that was there, I guess he for someone. He's like, "Listen, bro." He's like, I stood away from that. That was real. I never seen that before. Like we usually have like a little, you know, pushing and shoving or something like that for the cameras, but that's about it. But this was an actual brawl. You know what I'm saying? Like Mayweather's bouncer punched Jake Paul. You know what I'm saying? So yeah.
I think Mayweather hit him with an uppercut. If you see the one little angle, you know.
I seen one little clip look like Mayweather got one off. I seen two angles where it looked like Mayweather, or one where it looked like they had him like, almost like they was holding him for him.
Right.
You see him do like this, and then somebody, and you see him go back like this, and then somebody blocks the camera. Then when he was like, I ain't never disrespect you. Why you playing with me? And he walks up to him, and they holding him, and Mayweather gets up to him, and then it's like the camera blacks out again, but you can see it draw back. I'm like, if it was staged, it was like Blair Witch Project, man. They did a good job. They had a lot of people thinking it was real or fake. Let me ask J Blues Radio, then we'll get Asian Map. Was it staged? Was it staged or was it real? Shout out to you, Miss Lisa. Peace.
Yeah, what's up, Lisa Bales? How's it going? I don't see no damage on his fucking face after those 6'8" gigantic fucking bodyguards surrounded him, right?
Oh, you ain't seen no pictures? There's some pictures out. Let me see. I'll pull it up. Go ahead.
Oh, his face was marked? I ain't seen nothing, man. I mean, no busted nose, no busted eye, like all that skirmished, all that, like we got his ass. We surrounded him. We moving him.
Well, he did go in the fetal position though. I mean, I'm serious. It was
but they should have fucked him. They should have fucked him all the way up for that, man.
Nah, they can't kill him on camera.
I mean, I understand he's worth a lot of money. He's got a huge credit to his name, but I mean, that's Floyd, bro. That's Floyd's whole MO. Like, you destroy anybody coming near anybody that's fucking with TMT, you kill them. But I don't see it as being real, man. I mean, the anger did sound real in Floyd's voice. Like his voice was shaking, man. But it's just fugazi without the damage, man. They should have fucked him up, in my opinion, man.
Well, don't say that if you haven't seen the damage though, because it is pictures out there. I'm just to be fair.
All right,
he does look different. He does look different.
Do you think that it got to him that Logan Paul was talking about that you know, about his wife and his kids and his domestic violence, and then talking about that he can't read or write and shit like that?
Say that again.
Yeah, Floyd didn't like that shit.
What about?
Yeah,
About what?
when Logan was talking about that he can't read or write, talking about his wife and that his one loss was against his wife, you know, and this and that, and you know, like talking mad shit about his whole personal life, and then also talking about the fact that he can't read or write.
And Floyd tried to make it about race to deflect, man. Like he tried to bring it up on some bullshit.
And Logan Paul was like, "Why are you trying to make it about race, though?" And he said, "Because it is about race."
So what was the question again? I'm sorry.
Was it real or fake?
No, I'm saying what was the question Major Key was asking me?
No, I was answering your question by saying that I think that Logan Paul might have gotten to his head first.
Oh, okay.
And then he lost his shit when Jake Paul snatched his hat.
That could be fair. I think another. I'm gonna go to Asian Math and Neo, but when I watched it, bro, the press conference, I've seen Conor McGregor say and do some shit that was wild. He touched the Pat Floyd head like he was a dog at one point in that press conference. Floyd didn't budge. 50 Cent, a lot of people talked about him can't read. Breakfast Club did a whole clip about it. He didn't like it, but even in this one, he was like, "Yo, I'll beat them both up on the same night, Puss and C." You know what I'm saying? They even laugh. Like I'm sure they know the press conference. Hey, it's gonna be vulgar. We're gonna talk some shit because we're gonna sell the fight. But you, little brother, you ain't got nothing to do with it, and you damn sure shouldn't be touching me, taking my hat off my head and running with it. Where I'm from, we call that a robbery. What's the difference between doing that and a chain snatch? You get what I'm saying? Because you get what I'm saying. So, but that's too far, in my opinion, because I ain't even fighting you. That wasn't in the contract. That ain't what we agreed to. But you up here all in my face after the fight, touching me and taking my shit, trying to run with it. Man, what you think? No, bro. Grab him, please. Thank you. Let me get this real quick. What you talking about, boy? Stop playing with me. And, and Floyd, I think Floyd instantly got mad too, because when the hat came out, he said, "Got your hat." Everybody started laughing too. But they won't laughing because he took his hat. Got your hat? No, we're laughing because we see you looking like Teddy Pendergrass. Come on and go with me, face ass. You know what I'm saying? Like Floyd looks rough right here. Floyd looks like
Floyd look like he'll fix your catalytic converter, sell you out.
Floyd look like that guy outside the quick trip. Hold on, Mike. Why Floyd look like he asking for change outside the Quick Trip or something? Like,
you don't look.
Floyd look like he trained pit bulls on the weekend right here.
Floyd looked like Uncle Ben when he was young, learning how to cook rice.
Floyd looked like he just out the McDonald's trash over on Kings Highway. And
God, it can't be that bad. What the?
Yo, Floyd looked like he got dick hair on his head and face, bro.
He got pubes on his head.
My man said Floyd looked like Caesar. I don't want to go that far because that's a monkey, man. That's too far. That's going too far there, Lincoln. I don't want to call the man a monkey, but damn, man, he do like to believe in evolution, though.
No, I'm just saying it. I don't want to call him that, but I ain't gonna call my brother one. He's a king now.
But yeah, he's a king amongst kings. You know what I'm saying?
He look like
we trying to keep it light, Floyd.
Yeah, he looked like Mr. T without a haircut. That's what he looked like
with the sides. Yeah, Floyd look rough, man. Floyd look rough. Floyd look like.
Tell me he don't look like Mr. T.
Floyd look like he got a chia pet growing out of his face.
Hey, yo,
Floyd look like he wearing third shift at the Waffle House right now. He look like he gonna make you the bomb ass scatter smother cover chunk.
You already know. Floyd looked like that dude when he walk up to the club, the bouncers be like, "Oh shit."
Floyd looked like he missed the Miami Dolphins draft by like this much, and he still wear the outfit. I ain't gonna lie, they was clowning his outfit and his Air Ones. I couldn't see if his Air Ones was scuffed and dirty from the clip. I can't picture Floyd doing that. If so, it got scuffed and dirty on the way there. Like, but and they was clowning the outfit. I ain't gonna lie, I thought the little TMT Miami Dolphin color shit was kind of fly though. I ain't gonna lie, I thought the shit was dope.
Nah, he looked like fucking looking for cigarette butts outside of Applebee's. What the fuck, this dude? Why does he look like that?
Yo, Floyd look like he at the VA right now fussing about his prescriptions. And I know what that look like.
Yeah.
Floyd look like he's asking, why did you drink the last of my 40?
Hey, man, Mark hit it right on the nose. Floyd got that look on his face like he just got finished saying, I didn't fight the war for this shit.
Right. Oh God, nigga. Oh God. Hey, look, this was fun, but let's pass it around a little bit. Major Key, was it real or stage?
No, I already said that I thought it was.
I mean, I'm sorry, Asian Math. I'm sorry, I meant to say Asian Math. Asian Math, was it real or stage, man?
Well, in comparison to what the T.I. and Floyd fight was, I have to say this was staged. It was more energy when him and T.I. got into it. This one, it was like, dude, they in the T.I. fight, you go look at the foot, they were really trying to kill each other. It wasn't nothing could hold nobody back. In this one, you know, they was up on them and shit. If I was really mad at somebody and I'm up on them and I got that much power and force with them, nigga, they planning this funeral right now. Him or whoever.
Right now.
Well, you don't want over a hat though.
Dog.
No, it's a principle. There's principalities involved.
Hold on, he asked me a question with all due respect. Everybody got their own levels of respect. I done seen people get it for less. So I mean, I'm not saying, hey, what his is and that. We just talking about, you know, with me, you know. If I ain't playing with you like that, don't do it. You know, that's a life and death decision. But in their case, that maybe they got rich people those are rich people problem. They could play tag with it. That's why I say it's more staged than real.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna play this clip real quick. Let me share the screen. I'm gonna play the clip for the people who didn't see this angle. Let me give a shout out to, who did I get this from? Shout out to Combat Media. Man, he only got 622 subscribers. Let me click this button and I'm gonna tell everybody to go do the same. Leave him a comment on this video, say Martin Nash sent me here, so he don't give me a copyright strike. All right, so Combat Media, let's all support him and subscribe him. Let's help get him to that first 1,000. Appreciate him. Shit, I don't know if he stole the video, but Combat Media, I appreciate you. I'm gonna play a little bit of audio and we're gonna let this shit ride. And y'all tell me what y'all think. Real or stage, though. Real or stage. Real or stage. Boom. But yo, the fun. Hold on, y'all. It's gonna buffer up. My bad. Let me see. Got too many tabs open. Damn, let me come back out of there. And I restart. It looked like it need to be buffered. All right, we're gonna run it back real quick. If y'all just tuning in, smash the like button, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Right now okay, here we go. Let's run it back. Okay, that was me doing it that time. I'm blowing it up. He gonna walk over to him right now. Then he gonna step to him, and it looked like they holding him. Here we go. And then they on, and then he's saying, "Fuck him up, fuck his ass up." And then he balled up. He in the fetal position. Let me take this off the screen. Yeah, man. Real or stage, yo. Real or stage. Let me ask y'all: was it real? Was it stage?
I think
talking to the chat. Talking to the chat. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Like he obviously got hit at least 2 or 3 times. Like when he came out of that scuffle the first time, and you said Floyd's about to step to him, like his face was like he was taking a breath, like fuck, like he was dealing with the trauma of just being hit. And then when he balled up, like you said, against the wall, when
bro, straight fetal position, bro.
They
You ain't
jumped.
never seen nobody like that.
Yeah. He put his hand
trying to
up over his
protect your
ear, right?
face, protect your temple from getting knocked out. You probably getting a lot of body shots. You trying to find your way out. You can't even really fight back. It's too many of them on you. Far as people talking about biggest bodyguards, a lot of times bodyguards can't fight anyway. Them niggas just be big, yo. They just be big. You can't reach their face, and you can't scoop them up and slam them. You know what I'm saying? So they just be big dudes.
His brother had a heat in an interview after that shit. Like he was walking out of the building and just stopped for an interview with the press or whatever, and he said like this is a whole
shaking. You can tell. I seen that one.
He was talking about it's a whole nother level of like it was just a fight before, yada yada. Now it's life or death. Like they jumped his brother for real, man. I mean, he deserved that shit, but I didn't think that he actually got hit. I thought it was a whole, just a performance, man. But damn, I ain't never seen that shit.
Yeah, Tank, I feel you on that, Tank, and I feel Asia Math on what he was saying too. But I don't expect Mayweather or somebody like that to beat him to a bloody pulp or kill him right there in front of all of these cameras. You get what I'm saying? Just because the outcome wasn't as severe as some would want. I mean, he's Mayweather. You know what I'm saying? Can't do that. Can't do that. They're gonna take every penny you got, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? But also you gotta be you gotta it's gonna be some kind of reaction, but you can't kill them. You can't beat them beyond recognition. So that's what I think. I believe that shit was not planned. He did not know that shit. I don't think he came in there to be a clown for the Paul brothers. That's Mayweather. He's not there to be a clown for you. I'm gonna not get my hair cut. I'm gonna look rough, and you take my hat, and then we're gonna chase you down and look like we beat you up. I don't see that, bro. I don't believe that, yo. That's my opinion.
Yeah, maybe everybody took it like it might have been real, and Mayweather took it light on him. But like I say, you know, I don't know. You know, I say it probably was more staged than real, but it could have been real, and it just went wrong. I mean, or however, you know what I'm saying? Mayweather just took it light on him. But back to when you saying, is it good for the sport? I feel the undercard can make it good for the sport. If they put on a credible undercard. We got to give it a time to see how that manifests.
Okay.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna get back to that part. I kind of already passed that. I'll get back to that one. JC, what's up?
Yo, what's up, man? What's up, fellas? Didn't want to interrupt. I was listening to your you guys talk there.
No, great. Tuned in. Thanks for calling in, beaming in. Was it real or stage, JC?
I think, man, that you know what, Floyd's a businessman, Logan's a businessman, Jake's a businessman. They know what's at stake here. I think they might have had some discussion that was going on beforehand where they knew there was going to be something. Like when you think about it, man, like Floyd was on stage and Jake walked up to Floyd and untied his shoelaces on stage. And Floyd didn't do anything. He just stood there and allowed it to happen. And even Logan pointed it out, and Floyd didn't react at all when that happened. So I kind of feel like there may have been some discussions beforehand where like, yeah, I might try to punk you a little bit, or I might try to troll you a little bit. And that was that. But I think what happened afterwards was something that Jake went above and beyond, you know what I mean? To kind of flex his brand. And I think that went outside of the lines that was prearranged, and then it blew up and escalated into what we've seen. It's kind of my opinion on it.
All right. And I put the link out there. Shout out to Cloud19. I appreciate you pulling up. Definitely. How much? Nothing much. How live been for you? How life been? I'm good. Thank you. But where was we at? We got another topic we got to get to. But before we leave this one, I definitely want to ask you guys, who just pulled up and you just listening in, is this good or bad for the sport? This Logan Paul Mayweather fight. We'll start with JC and then we'll go to J Blues. I don't think, Asian Math. JC, talk to me. Is this good or bad for the sport of boxing?
I don't think it's bad for the sport, man. I mean, I think it's bringing more eyes on the sport, and I think what we have seen is we've seen fights based off of fight promoters. We've seen a lot of dilution within the weight divisions. We've seen a lot of fights that we want to see that wasn't given to us. And now we're in this new era where we have people that have social media followings that are their own promoters, and they're creating that drama. They're creating the entertainment factor for the sport, which is what is going to bring in most of the casual fans. I think there are a number of hardcore boxing fans. There's a hardcore fight fans, and there's only a certain capacity. There's only a certain amount of those individuals. So if you take every hardcore fight fan in the world and put them together, you can only draw so many pay-per-views, right? And I think now we're in a time where people want more money. We want bigger shows. We want more entertainment, that we need to draw in more casual fans. And by doing that, we need to bring in these promoters, these self-promoters.
Sorry about that. That was the phone line. Go ahead.
No sweat. Yeah. So, I think we need to bring in more people that can bring that entertainment to attract more of the casual fans, because it's the casual fans. When you get the attention of the casual fans, that's what draws in the crowd and bumps up the pay-per-view numbers. And that's what we're seeing with this new era of, social media influencers. So I think in the bigger picture, it's good for the sport considering where the sport is at today.
Hey, Jamav, talk to me. Mayweather, Logan Paul, is it good for the sport of boxing? Is it bad for the sport of boxing, in your opinion, sir?
We done seen this before. 76 Ali versus Tony Inoki. And it elevated the Ali brand. So, but Ali was still fighting professionally. As I was saying, in this case, Mayweather, he's pretty much retired. I don't see him coming back. Therefore, I would say have a decent undercard. Get some credible names. Maybe Bud could slip in there on the undercard and get a good fight in. So make the whole night bring the audience to boxing and not to just an exhibition. So in that scenario, it would be good for boxing. But if it's just going to stay an exhibition and then people just want to gravitate to some type of WW boxing type thing, and that's all they clamoring for. They're not looking for the true competition of the sport of boxing, for the professionalism of boxing. It's bad for the sport. But if this could be a catalyst to shed light on the true professionals that are still out there, the champions that are out there contending.
Right. It's not going to be there though. We already know it's not going to be there. This is an exhibition. This fight is even going to be on a Sunday. I mean, and I think it is what it is. Like, you got a circus act. Like it, love it, or hate it. You know what I'm saying? It's a circus act. You got a 50-and-0 boxer. He's an old man. He's going to come in at 160. You got a young guy who he's a professional, I guess, but he's definitely not as experienced, but he's going to be able to come in 30 pounds heavier. I think that part alone is going to be intriguing to some people. Would anybody disagree? Neil, I see you up there. Would you agree or disagree? 30 pounds makes a difference. To a person who don't know boxing, they just like Jake Paul. He's a YouTuber. He got 5 million subscribers on Instagram, millions here on TikTok. Him and his brother, the Paul brand, the podcast, the dude is popping, yo. He's a very popular dude. So I would be remiss to say it's not going to be a lot of casual fans, because that's what brings the biggest audience in boxing. When you have either when you bring the countries together, like somebody from America and the Philippines, Mexico versus the UK is going down this weekend. So you have those, and we're going to transition to that too. But so you have those kind of matchups where it is intriguing, but then you add in, hey man, this guy's over 40 years old. This dude right here is in his he's in his 20s, right? Or is he 30? How old is Jake Paul?
I think he's
Logan Paul.
He's early 20s, but it's not only the 30-pound weight advantage, it's the height and reach advantage on top of that as well.
Right, the height, the reach, the weight. You get what I'm saying? But if you don't know boxing, you think, hey man, all it takes is one punch, my guy's gonna get him. But if you know boxing, you're gonna say, bro, he's not gonna throw anything. The weight is gonna be to his disadvantage fighting against Floyd, really. Because he got to carry that weight around, and Floyd gonna be able to move, time up. Floyd sparred bigger guys all the time. Like, this is not gonna be new to him. You get what I'm saying? Fighting a bigger dude and making him quit. Especially a dude who don't know boxing. Yeah, he gonna beat him up.
Let me ask you a question real quick. What do you think? And I'm not thinking Logan Paul is going to win this by any means. Don't get me wrong. But what do you think the victory, or like, what do you think the path of victory is for Logan? If he at least has a slightest chance of even clipping Floyd, what do you think that Logan has?
Turn his head down when Floyd punched, so maybe Floyd will break one of his brittle hands on the top of his head. Like, you need to let him hit you on the top of the head, so he can break your hand. Make Floyd mad enough where maybe Floyd can get disqualified. But yeah, that's about it. Hopefully Floyd breaks his hand.
Yeah, I was thinking the same
Spike
thing.
his water. Maybe he can lean, get in, tie up Floyd, and that's the only thing. Maybe he could try to wrestle Floyd and hug him all night. But I think in the exhibition, they might tell him, hey, you're doing too much holding. I don't remember them telling Roy Jones that when he was boxing Tyson.
Yeah, no, there wasn't any of that at all. I just wonder if Logan kind of holds his ground and makes Floyd come to him, because most people go after Floyd. They're Floyd's in his best position when people are coming at him, so he can counterpunch, he can counterfight. But what if Logan kind of plants his feet and is like, dude, you're the champ, man, come take it, and then holds his ground? Do you think that's going to have any impact on Floyd? I mean, not really, but I mean,
no. And the reason why, because Floyd is a master of how you want to fight. We're not going to fight that way. If you want to go toe to toe, I'm gonna make you chase me and we're gonna box. When you want to box, I'm gonna step in and I'm gonna brawl. You know what I'm saying? If you trying to move, now I'm gonna hunt you. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah.
Like, he's just a master of that, switching it up. You want to box, I'm gonna bang. You want to bang, we about to box. You want to stand toe to toe, I'm gonna move.
Right.
Okay, now you getting tired, and then you want to move to try to get a breath. No, now I'm gonna step to you. So I just think Floyd gonna come out the first round and see what the guy got, see if he can touch, see how it feels, and see what his power is. And then if the dude can't take the shit, Floyd gonna get him out of it. I'm sure he probably gonna bet on himself and work him to that round. So if it's 8 rounds, I think he might stop him like by the fifth or 6th. He'll get him out of there, make it entertaining for a little bit. Because I think he realized he got a lot of backlash for Tension. That Tension Nagasami fight. What was it? How you say his last name? Tension, the dude in Japan.
Yeah.
It was like, people was like, oh man, this ain't nothing. This guy was fixed. But that dude is a skilled fighter. He for one, he was a lot smaller than Floyd too. He just can't take that shit.
Yeah.
But let's transition real quick, man. And we'll close it out after this. On the boxing. Who y'all picking in this fight right here? We got a big fight on Saturday, and I want to know who you guys picking. And then after that, I kind of want to touch on this relationship guru beef that's going on. I don't know if y'all heard Umar and Kevin Samuels got some little beef in the street. So I'll close out with that. But I definitely want to get y'all picks on the fight real quick.
Well, I already put a couple of G's on BJS, I mean.
Okay. What's the odds on him? Like how much you put down, like, and how much you get if you win?
I should get like 10 G's if I win.
So how much did you put down?
$2 grand.
Okay, so 5-1. All right. That means so Canelo still is the 800 plus minus 800, right? You got to put $800 to win 100 on Canelo. Right. Last time I checked with those odds. Who y'all got, man?
I got Canelo, man. Like, for real. I've been waiting to see him fight right now. You know me, I'm out here on this road. I just want to chill with a beer and see a fight. And if I can make this one, man.
Okay, you got Canelo by what? Knockout, by decision, what?
That's a tough one. I'm gonna say decision, but I'm really itching for a knockout. I mean, his hands, he hasn't disappointed in any of the fights that I've seen him in. So, but I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna lowball it.
All right.
And go with the decision.
So you got Canelo by decision. All right, JC, talk to me. What you got?
I got Canelo, man. It's out of the distance. I don't know when, where, but it's out of the distance. I think he's going to stop him, you know, midway through the fight. And that's my position, man. My prediction.
Say it again. I was reading the comment right here. Say that again. I'm sorry.
Oh, I think Canelo is going to do it inside of the distance, right? So it's probably midway through the fight. I'm thinking, you know, midway to later into the fight. So round 6, 7, I think Canelo takes the fight there. I don't think it's going to go to the decision. He finishes inside of the distance.
Oh, my mic was muted. Okay. Yeah. I just realized you said, yo, it's gonna stop like the 6 rounds. That's a Amir Khan type action. You said the dude ain't even gonna go to the championship rounds, it sounds like.
Yeah, I'm picking early, man. I just got a feeling, man. There's a piece in me that just feels like that's gonna be the case. Let's see what happens.
All right. Shoot, that's what I got, man. A lot of money on this draw, man. Somebody told me you can put money down on that draw and can rack up right now. So my man right here even said I put $27 on the draw just in case. Plus 1,800. Good night. I ain't mad at you, bro. Yeah, I think I'm gonna put a little money down on this one, man. I got money sitting in my my little account over there, my little gambling account that I won from Tio versus Lomachenko. Still ain't bet on no fight since, but I knew I was gonna bet on that one. I said, this guy is different. And I think he gonna pull it off, and he pulled it off. Shit, man, I'm about to wrap this one up, man. Y'all got I'm supposed to talk about this shit real quick. Y'all familiar with these dudes at all? JC, Neo?
Yep, I'm familiar with them.
JC, you familiar with these dudes?
Yeah, man, I don't got much of a background, so I can't really comment on it.
You say you don't have a what?
Much of a background or much knowledge on it, so I can't really comment on it.
All right, man. Well, look, basically in a nutshell, look, I don't want to follow these dudes too much anyway, man. But I just got to touch on this briefly because it is an opinion thing. You got the guy with the glasses on, right, JC? His name Kevin Samuels. He's supposed to be an image consultant by trade, and he talks to people about relationships. Some say he talked to women a little too tough, black women a little too tough, right? And then you have this other guy on the left, Dr. Umar Johnson. For those who don't know, he's a Pan-African type brother. I believe he says he's a distant relative of Frederick Douglass. He's been trying to build a school. So this is something that's going on in the community that people have been talking about. I'm going to play a little clip of this. It's very short, and I'll get you guys' take on it. But basically, you have one guy who tell girls, hey, man, look, you built like a halfback or a fullback. Lose some weight. You know what I'm saying? And you have the other guys saying, hey, sister, you're beautiful however you are. Don't wear the hair weave, be natural. So it's a little thing right there with the women. They saying, hey, this guy gives advice this way. You should be more like him. So I'm going to play a little clip of this, and I'll play the audio only of this. And I'll get you guys' take on this, and then we can wrap this one up. Let me get the clip. Here we go. And it's short. It's about 1 minute and 30 seconds. So I played the audio from this. Let me share the screen. Bam, bam. Here we go. And from there, we'll take it. We'll get your take on it. So let me make sure I don't have their picture on the screen. That on the screen. There we go.
Umar Johnson. The man,
Here we go.
Umar Johnson, the man who has 2 children by 2 different women that he never married. Dr. Umar Johnson, the guy that for the last 10 years has not built brick one of a school he's collected money from.
Ask
Dr.
for an
Umar,
example.
hold on, ma'am. Dr. Umar Johnson, the man who calls you queen, mother, goddess, and all this other kind of stuff. And again, for those who are keeping score, this is another woman who comes on and says, talk to us more like Umar. The Prince of Pan African, Big Papa's in the house. Run my donations. I mean, shout out to Umar. I ain't got no problem with the dude, but I think it's funny y'all keep coming over here asking everybody to talk like Umar. Queen Mother Garland, Cocoa Butter, and sea moss gold and shit.
A dozen. I'm gonna call them the
Now, this is
dirty
Umar.
dozen of division. The triple D, the dirty dozen of division. There's about 12 members of the dirty dozen of division, 12 beta males, YouTube life coaches, who are trying to build a platform by making black women feel bad. I don't like it. I can't appreciate black men trying to make a dollar off of making black women feel bad. And unfortunately, our black women, some of them are so thirsty for validation that they're participating. They're participating in the attacks and slander against the black female community, and that's not acceptable. That's not acceptable. No black women should ever subject.
All right, yeah, okay, here we go. All right, so that's it, man. So there we go, man. I played the clip. If you're just tuning in, smash the like button. Kevin Samuels versus Dr. Umar Johnson. Talk to me, Asia Mav. You got the floor. How do you feel about this right here?
Well, it's like Umar Johnson said, it's unacceptable. Why are women subjecting themselves to that sector of slander? It's unacceptable, you know. So, but that's for them to figure out. You know, it's called self-esteem, and it's really no one could do anything about it. It's like watching a train wreck. You know, it's going to be entertaining. You probably don't, you know, like the end results, where as it's going on, you can't turn your head. The females want to call that man's show and get what they get. They signed up for it. We're going to give them the credit of the intellect that they say to be the most educated and all that. And I'm not bashing them. We just calling it is what it is. Once again, I'm a live and let live person, so I'm not in judgment of when they do. All it is when I'm looking at the outcry, as in I'm confused. Hold up, what you crying about? You knew the stove was hot, but you put your hand on it anyway. You got burned. Now you want to, you know, blame the stove. Who told you to put your hand on it? We told you don't do that. Don't go there. You're a grown woman. You're educated. You woo wop. And we ain't talking. I ain't gonna put race in it because it's not all just black women that go on there and get the smoke that they get. I done seen white women get it, but no one's, you know, they just want to put it on the black women. You know. So if the black are queens, we're gonna call them what smart as they say they are. His show can survive off of European women calling in, Asian women calling in, Mexican, Hispanic women calling in. They sit back and watch them get the smoke. Why is they jumping in the fire?
Okay. Let me see. Cloud, she said, I'm 90% sure most of the girls are there paid to get her. Click, drop the link out there. Cloud9, pull up real quick. Let me get your take on it. Let me drop the link out there. JC, like, my thing is this, man. I know this is unpopular, but I gotta say this. Like, matter of fact, I'll wait after Neil speaks. Neil, talk to me. Dr. Umar versus Kevin Samuels. All right, Cloud, pull up.
Bruh, just more weirdness.
Said I'm a guy. All right, that's cool too. Pull up.
More weirdness. I mean, Dr. Umar Johnson, like, why are people taking advice like relationship advice from Dr. Umar Johnson? I mean, I respect him. I respect what he does a lot. He's very intelligent. However, he is no marriage counselor. He is no relationship counselor. Why? I mean, at best, he has a degree in school psychology. Okay, that works. But that's not a relationship counselor. Why would people even go to him for any sort of like ideas? He just recently had a bad relationship that got blasted everywhere, where the girl was a former stripper or some shit like that. That's not who we take our advice from. And then the other guy, again, he gives good advice for those that are in that state of mind. Okay, you are working in a warehouse and your friends are working in a warehouse and you need relationship advice. Okay, go see Kevin Samuels. That's my personal opinion, right? But that's no offense to anybody working in a warehouse, because I work in a warehouse at one point too. So I'm just saying, Kevin Samuels' lane shouldn't be merging with Dr. Umar's lane. That these two lanes shouldn't be like interfering with each other.
Okay, I get where you're coming from. Yeah, man, that's basically where I'm at with it, man. Like, I feel like, man, before you start sending donations in to get advice from somebody like on YouTube, sit down and go to a counselor, because they do have real counselors. You can go there face to face, talk to them for a whole hour. You know what I'm saying? For less money, a lot of times, I'm guessing. You know what I mean? Can have a more intimate conversation. It'll be more personal. It won't be on YouTube for the whole world to see. You get what I'm saying? But I gotta disagree with Dr. Umar on one thing. Making people feel bad is gonna come with telling people hard truths. I'm gonna say that again. When you tell somebody a hard truth, it can make them feel bad, can hurt their feelings. Now, it's a time and place for everything. I always like to use this example. I'm probably about to mess it up now because it's late, but when you're telling somebody, you could be my friend, my homie, and I can tell you the truth. I can be like, hey, bro, hey, your breath stink right now. You know what I'm saying? You be like, hey, man, I appreciate that. You're my homie. Thanks for telling me that. Let me get some gum in. But do I need to tell you that at your wedding while I'm holding the mic, making a toast to you? No. Wrong time, wrong setting, wrong place. You're not even, you get what I'm saying? It's a way you can do things, and that it can be taken to be malicious. You know what I'm saying? And I think Dr. Umar should have worded that differently when you say you're making women feel bad, you're making them feel bad. And then right after that, he said they subject themselves to this, they sign up for it. You get what I'm saying? You cut your camera on, let them see what you look like. I think a lot of times women are sometimes like, I mean, nobody walks around thinking they're ugly. I don't walk around thinking I'm ugly. You get what I'm saying? Most people don't, I'm sure. But I think what happens is they think, oh, I know he ain't gonna say I look like nothing tonight. I know I look good. And then the show begins. You get what I'm saying? Because the show is late. You know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of them don't have the makeup on, don't have the bonnets, have bonnets on. And it is what it is. But I think it comes back to expectations too. Sometimes when people have expectations and things they want to do, you can't hurt their feelings when you tell them your opinion of their goals. That don't mean they have to all take his advice, but they chose to be up there. Who are you to say, hey man, I don't like the way they fighting on the Jerry Springer show? They want to be on Jerry. They want to be on Jerry. Say what you want to about Jerry Springer. This shit is wildly successful. You're gonna go right now and go on some YouTube channels. This shit is gonna be off the chain. It's packed in there because it's toxic. People are arguing and fighting. And you like that shit. Say what you want to. You like that shit. You love it. Jerry Springer, Maury, you love that shit, man. It's toxic. It's entertaining as fuck, but it's toxic though. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not here to judge how people get it off and how you get your content off, to each his own. But I'm not gonna sit around and do mad episodes about another person's show. You get what I'm saying? And dedicate my show to talking about other people's shows every single day. I don't see how people do that. That shit is, yeah, it's funny, yo. That shit crazy. I think Jerry Stage, look, I know for a fact that one of the, I think Maury was, I know somebody here in Atlanta, she was on Maury with her baby. She was one of them shows where my baby eat too much. And they put the baby on like they put her on like the tiniest little shirt. You know what I'm saying? I think the kid might have been like 5 or 6, and then they put all of this food in front of like donuts, pizza, yeah. She was like, I ain't even gonna buy all that shit, let alone let her eat all of that. But it was set up for the show. You get what I'm saying? And I think people like that entertainment shit. People like that. They want to hear, like, it's women that are watching Kevin Samuels. It's not all men. It's women that are watching it. It's like, who are you to say what somebody donated to Dr. Umar Johnson? You don't like it. Like, that ain't for me. I just don't donate to it. But I'm not going to sit here and make video after video about what he doing with the money. Where's the school? Where's the school? Man, if it means that much to me, before I sit there and do that, I would be trying to do that in my own community before I sit here and create content just trying to destroy somebody, black, white, or whoever. If the brother Kevin Sam, is people out there who says he is helping their relationship, it might not help you. You might not like it. Man, you got the power of this thing right here. It's called a mouse. You got a phone. Go to somewhere else. You don't have to watch it. You do not have to click that shit, man. If it bothers you that much and it gets your eye twitching and shit where you getting all stressed out and you screaming and yelling on the mic all night and all day about another person, they won already. They living in your head rent free, man. Get the fuck out of here. Get your camera on. Create your own content. But to sit there and just be like, yo, I got to get at Kevin Samuels, or I got to get at Dr. Umar, or for them to even be beefing with each other. Like, I don't think the world's, I think when you're in this content lane, sometimes you can get thirsty for the clicks. I get it. And you might feel like you're getting cold sometimes. So you want to, you know what I'm saying? You want to test the market. You know what I'm saying? You need that shot in the arm to boost it up. And sometimes you might have one of them episodes where shit just get wild on the show sometimes. Or you say wild things to your about other creators. But it's another way to do it. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion. Could be right, could be wrong. I ain't got all the answers. That's why we're here trying to work it out together. But with that, I'll pass the mic around real quick. Asian Math, Bokar, JC. I'll let y'all get the last word, final thoughts on everything we talked about.
Yo, I joined late, man, so I don't got much context for anything discovered or talked about earlier, but I do appreciate you allowing me on tonight to, have some back and forth. But I do have one quick question, though. You mentioned about if you allow someone to live inside of your head, they've already won. So when we talk about ego sometimes, we're all human at the end of the day. So how do we deal with that, man? Like, how do we back that out? So if somebody is living what's inside of your head, and if you recognize it, what do we do as individuals to be able to minimize that from happening? What advice do you have on that?
When you realize, I'm sorry, who was the question for, JC?
I think it was just more for like everyone and just everyone in the room, just like if you're in a situation, man, where like you feel like somebody's inside of your head, and that happens to all of us, like how do we process that? How do we deal with that? How do we not allow that to happen, and come out victorious on the other side? Because you're right. If we allow that person to influence us, and if they live inside of our head, then they're rent free and they're occupying space and time, so they win. So what tools do we have as men or as individuals to be able to like force that out, or to not allow that to bother us?
It's funny you said that. We got an episode we did on the channel not too long. It's been a couple months now, a few months back. We did an episode, something similar to that. But go ahead, King Asian Math. I'll let you answer first.
As I just said, humble yourself, and we're gonna do gender by gender, male, female. Females vanity, guys ego, and that's I'm just using terms for lack of better words or better phrase or better terms. That's a powerful beast, and like you say, we all human at the end of the day. That's a powerful beast inside yourself. So powerful, I dare anyone to go look in the mirror and see who they really are and be honest and truthful with it. Your vanity or your ego gonna stand in the way, like, no, you better than that. What? No, if you're not a shit, if you're a not shit person, then that's what it is. You're not shit. You just haven't humbled yourself enough to just come say, hey, this is the reality. This is the truth of the matter. It's like Mark Nash said, there's pretty lies and ugly truth. And who is courageous enough to embrace the ugly truth about themselves as an individual? So before you are a defense mechanism, but we wouldn't even call it a defense, just to raise the rent for a person living inside you or taking control of you. You got to humble yourself. You acknowledge that. Is that hard to do? Yeah, and the answer to that would be, yeah, it is. But that it's a necessity. That's what you got to do. So you humble yourself. And when you humble yourself, you tear that all down and then build yourself back up, and get rid of some of that toxic stuff. It starts with yourself. It's not the other person. It's you.
Well, I feel what Asian Mel saying. I got to slightly disagree with him a little bit though. JC, I think what was key was, to me, in my opinion, when you said, and you notice it, that's the key. Once you notice it, you have to make a conscious decision to break out of that, because some people are living your head rent free. That's why the graveyards and prisons are filled with prideful people. Somebody was living in their head, oh, I got to get them back. I can't let them get over on me. Fuck, okay, they fired me. I got to go shoot up the job. You know what I'm saying? Instead of going to get another job. Or she broke my heart. I got to go do something to her. Or vice versa. No, man, the graveyards and penitentiary are full of prideful men and women, right? Amongst other things. But what I'm going to say is this. Once you realize, I'll give you a better example. When you leave in a job, right? I used to have to tell my wife this. Make a decision that we can talk all the way home. On the way home from work, we can talk however you want to about the day. But once we get to that bridge right here by the house, it's time to change the subject. We got to let it go. It's over. Because if it bothers you that much, you need to find another job. When you got to remove that toxic person out of your environment, JC, when that shit is happening, get that out of your environment. If it's the job and it's stressing you that much, talk about the job to your significant other on the way home from work. But then at a certain point, like, have a marker. Okay, when I pass the school or when I get to this stoplight, I want to change the subject and talk about something else. Because at that point, you're still thinking about the job for free. They're not even paying you no more. Somebody's at happy hour having a drink. They're at home walking a dog, washing the dishes, and you still think about, damn, I hate Bob. I hate my job. I hate this motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? They're going to try to talk to me like that. Man, this shit is over. If it bothers you that much, quit. Don't shoot up the job. Don't sit there and bring that stress on and to other people, because that's what's going to kill you. That's what's going to make you want to do malicious or harmful things to yourself and others. That shit is crazy, bro. So when you notice it and you see it happening, eliminate it. You can put a block thing on the people on YouTube so you don't see them. They won't even pop up on your timeline. You get what I'm saying? You can change your number. Change the circle of environment. If it's a toxic relationship, like a personal relationship versus an employer or somebody online, get that toxic person out your life, bro. I don't care if it's your brother, sister, mother, cousin, wife, child, whoever. If that shit is on you like that and it's stressing you out, you need to be able to sit down and talk to them. And if you can't do that, you got to remove them out your life, because you only have one you. And that shit is what's gonna kill you, man. That stress is gonna kill you. It's gonna cause cancer, high blood pressure, your eye gonna be twitching. Like I said, man, I know people like that. Don't be like that. You know what I'm saying? Self included. This is advice that I give myself all the time. Even when me and my wife get into it too much, I have to tell her, hey, well, let me take a nap. I need to go take a little nap, get her some rest. Because this shit is, I'm not going to argue with you. We're not going to fight. Because look, it takes two people to argue, but you can be mad by yourself. You get what I'm saying? And I leave people by themselves to be angry for a while. And in the words of Lupe Fiasco, sleep on it sometimes. That's why God give you nights. And those are words from Mark Nash. I'll let Neo tell you what he thinks. Oh, go ahead.
Man, you guys took all the good shit.
Come on, man. What you think I was gonna do? Is they want me to talk that shit, man.
Now, letting people live rent free in your headspace, like what type? The question I think I heard from him, what kind of tools do we have to combat that? What tools do we have to alleviate that stress? How do we evict people from our headspace when they live in rent free? I deal with that a lot, dealing on this African spirituality stuff. When people come up and ask essentially those questions without actually using those terms, you know, that's a good way of phrasing it. But essentially trying to figure out who you are in the first place, that you are a little more valuable than what you've been giving yourself credit for, is a good way of finding a tool that is useful to evict people from your headspace. Because normally people don't even they don't value themselves enough to realize that your time is money. Your time is worth more than what you've been giving it out for free, right? So self-awareness, there's a tool right there. You know, I would stop, full stop right there, because anything past that, you're starting to get into the spirituality stuff, and I'm pretty sure nobody wants to hear that right now.
Don't nobody want to hear that back to Africa shit, Sharif. Hey, look, that's all I got, man. JC, you want to tell people how they can follow you, how they can reach you? Do you have a YouTube channel?
No, man, I'm just a dude on YouTube. I don't have any social media of any consequence, but I do appreciate you guys' feedback, man. Thank you very much for providing that advice and feedback, and it's you know, conversations like this where we can sit back, talk, relax, and have some fruitful,
some drinks.
You know, some drinks and some fruitful conversation, man. And you know,
that's a weed.
Iron sharpens iron, man. You know, like we need to surround ourselves with like-minded individuals, and that's what it's all about, bro.
Well, JC,
okay, JC,
if y'all want to follow JC, y'all can follow JC right here with Mark Nash. He's gonna be back. We're gonna keep him over here. I like his energy. Definitely added a lot of substance to the conversation, asked good questions, gave compelling answers as well. So JC, thank you so much for pulling up. You are definitely a friend of the show. All right, thank you. Asia May, I've got to say something to you real quick. Go ahead, Asia May.
Yeah, I was about to ask him because I was just wondering, was he asking that question for himself or for a friend? But I would ask you just in case. Huh?
Good answer. He said, "Were you asking for yourself or for a friend?"
No, I think I was just trying to expand upon the conversation because you made that point where, you know, we allow people to live in our head rent free sometimes, and I agree, and I think a lot of people listening can relate to that, and I don't think everyone has the tools. They're not equipped with the tools to deal with that, and like, what advice do we have as individuals or, you know, collectively as a group to be able to offer to other people? Say, hey, if you're feeling like this is how you can alleviate that. And I also agree that, you know, maybe sometimes I allow people to be in my head sometimes rent free. So it was some good feedback from you guys. I'm willing to accept that. I'm just a dude, man, just trying to navigate the murky waters of life, right? So I think we're all in that same boat.
Yep. Yes. Hey, look, man. That person living rent free in your head, man. Just be cool, be calm, collected. You see him one day, you just tell him, look,
sit your $5 ass down before I make change.
And everything gonna be all right. Neo, tell people how they can reach you and follow you, man. And then Asia Mav, take us home.
Following me is not easy. Let's just be honest.
All right. Well, thank you so much for that. Bye. Hey, look, man, I realized I ain't been hitting my drops tonight. We had a good conversation, had some lot of jokes in here. But when we was going at Floyd, man, we was having them jokes. I should have been having them damn drum rolls popping. We just missed all the drum rolls, but we gonna have. I'm gonna chop this one up, man. I got to. I know I always say that, and I don't do it as much as I should, but I gotta chop this one up. But Neo, briefly tell people how they can follow you, man, if you want them to follow you.
Yeah, if you guys want to follow me at Neophyte Core Tourist. Look for my playlist that I drop. I put out some music and some lectures that I like listening to while I'm out here on this road to try to re-educate myself. And if you guys are interested in doing that same thing, try to find me. That's part of the challenge.
Absolutely. Asia Mav, King Asia Mav, take us home, my G.
Oh yeah, as usual. You know where you can find me, next to the dime piece. But if I'm slacking on my macking, I'll settle for the 9-piece. Peace and blessings. Thanks to you, King, for allowing me to share your platform, be on the panel. Salute to everyone in the chat, watching the playback. Everyone like, comment, subscribe. Mark Nash.
Absolutely. Nah, Tiffany, he don't have a channel. Well, he got a channel, but he's not doing the content. She trying to holler, boy. She was like, ooh. Tiffany said, ooh. Hey, look, go ahead, man. Look, we had a good love connection on Wednesday on the show. Shout out to everybody out there doing their thing. We're gonna wrap this one up, man. I normally, like I said, I try to keep the show within 2 hours, man. Let's try to squeeze everything we can in there. As always, my guests will get the last word. Y'all can hang out backstage while I run the outro if y'all want to holler at me. As always, it's been another great episode of Breaking the Beats, where we break down the business, entertainment, art, technology, sports, and pretty much anything else I can squeeze into those letters. You know me, it's your boy Mark Nash. You can find me on all platforms, streaming some dope music. Got a dope record right now on YouTube called COLLARDS and YAMS. Just type in my name and you'll see it pop up everywhere on my channel and on other platforms as well. Go to marknash.com, get your shirt or something. Remember, dreams require sleep, goals require effort. Go out there and get your goals. I will see y'all on Monday, 10 o'clock. Might do a pop-up episode here and there, depending on how crazy this fight is, and y'all will see some of these pieces come out. But the next live show, of course, is going to be Monday, 10 o'clock. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Make sure y'all smash that like button and share it if you're able to. It'll mean a lot to me. I appreciate y'all. See y'all Monday, 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Peace.